Hello, everyone, and welcome in. Hope everyone is doing well. Positive healing vibes to all the subscribers, the viewers, and the world out there. Today we're doing Gemini's Lionsgate message for this upcoming Lionsgate energy. Now, when you hear people talking about the Lionsgate or the Lionsgate portal, which is August 8th, if you weren't aware, what they're referring to is a cosmic alignment where the sun is in the sign of Leo and is in direct alignment with the brightest star in the sky, Sirius, Orion's belt, and Earth. Sirius is known as the astral body of abundance, prosperity, and good fortune. This makes this alignment the perfect time for manifesting your desires into reality. In this message, we're going to talk about what you're releasing at this time and what you can do to speed up this process. We'll also discuss what this is going to attract into your life and where to focus your energy next. One tip I can give everyone collectively as a reminder is writing it out. Writing down your goals, your dreams, your vision. I call it vision planning. This helps you to align and to attract what you want into your life more quickly. I'm going to turn off my air conditioning. So you guys don't have that buzzing in the background. Now, please keep in mind, guys, the messages here on YouTube are general. They're not going to resonate every time with every person. It's really about the title. If there's something in the title resonating, there's most likely going to be something in the message for you. For information on rituals, for ritual kits, for personal readings, it's all linked below in the description box. And if you found the message was helpful, if it's resonating for you, please give it a thumbs up or comment below how it was helpful, how it was resonating. You never know how your story could help another person. So let's dive in for Gemini and see what we can see for you for your upcoming energy. Most important message here for Gemini Spirit. What do my Gemini friends need to know? What do they need to see through this upcoming energy? Please and thank you, Spirit. Through this Lionsgate portal, what is Gemini releasing? And what is coming into their life? Please and thank you. Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, the Justice. The underlying energy right now is you're taking care of yourself. You're focusing your energy on healing, on balance, on taking care of yourself, maybe even grounding, maybe even a little bit of business. Maybe this is like work related, but it's like you're focusing your energy and time on your vision, your future, on your foundation. But we have the Nine of Wands here. And I want to talk about the Nine of Wands for a little bit because this energy, this is a person that's has their wall high. Okay, it's like your guard is up, your wall is high, you're protecting your energy. However, and it's okay to have boundaries, it's okay to understand what your limits are, what your expectations in certain situations are, that's understandable. But when our wall is up too high, when we are too guarded, which is what I feel like this is coming out as, this will block out the negative experiences, yes, of course. But this is symbolizing, Gemini, that your wall at this time is so high that you're also blocking out major blessings coming into your life. Now, I feel for some of you that you have this understanding that you have this wall up, but maybe you don't understand how to bring this wall down. One message that has been coming out in many readings, personal readings and otherwise lately, We can't shame ourselves into change. Okay? We can't, other people can't shame us into change. We can only love ourselves into transformation, love ourselves into healing. Okay? So, just that little shift in perspective, giving yourself a little bit more grace. Every day is going to look differently. Some days you're going to be appreciative of this wall. Days you're going to have wished you'd been more vulnerable. This simply means, Gemini, there's a need to be more open with your emotions, with yourself, maybe with your experience. Okay, so we'll see how this plays out into your reading. I want to say thank you guys again for all the love and the support. I know I say thank you a lot, and you may think that it's just like trying to get the message out or trying to get you guys to press the thumbs up, but I really genuinely appreciate your guys' energy and coming here and sharing with me. So the energy you're presenting at this time, Gemini, you're showing the world the Emperor, okay? But how people see you at this time, Gemini, is King of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so this is a person who is very reactive, maybe a little harsh with their words, passionate, fiery, but can have a tendency maybe to fly off the handle or be very impatient. Okay, and we're going to clarify this all as we go through. What you're healing from at this time, Gemini, Tower energy. Okay, something here that's ended recently that was very hurtful and very hard to experience. What this is holding you back from is new blessings, new adventures coming in. Now, what is helping you to shift this energy? The Wheel of Fortune. How to understand this alignment a little better is the star energy. So you see, Gemini, you're going through a healing process. And we did touch on that in the beginning. Where to focus your energy is the King of Wands, and the advice, guidance moving forward, Gemini. I also want to point out you have several major arcana in your reading. So this is a major message, major shift, major changes. So we're just going to go through the motions. 1 second. Let me get my water. So people are viewing you as the Emperor. So this is the leader. This is a boss. It's like a person who has everything under control. It's the sense that I get. It's like people view you as having everything under control because your wall is up. You're really guarded. Let's clarify the Emperor energy for the energy surrounding Gemini, please and thank you. Now this again is the energy that you're presenting to the world. So you're trying to present to the world like you have all your ducks in a row. Everything is, and I do feel here, Gemini, that everything is lining up for you. So don't get me wrong. I do feel like you are headed on the right path. No matter if you are more intentional with your energy or not, this is still going to come to fruition. But I do feel like if you are more intentional with where you focus your energy at certain times, it will help to bring in that future vision quicker. Okay? The lesson has been learned through this ending. The cycle has been complete. Right now, I feel like what you're going through is kind of processing that experience, trying to have a deeper understanding of maybe why things ended the way that they did and how you got to that point. I do feel like there is a need to get more intentional with your boundaries. And so boundaries isn't a way to control other people, right? It's more of a way for us to express our expectations and the amount of energy that we're willing to give to a situation. But it's not really about what you say, it's more about how you say it. And for some reason, people really hate the word boundaries. So instead of saying boundaries, maybe say, like, this is what I'm willing to give, or the energy that I'm able to give to a situation. Boundaries is important, but it's also about how you say it, right? So the King of Wands is the energy that people are perceiving you as. And I feel like that's why you opening up is going to be important through this energy. I feel like you are already on the path to healing, to prosperity. The energy that's presenting is a person who is in alignment. Wheel of Fortune, this is like you're living in your path, you're living in your purpose. You feel fulfilled by whatever it is that you're doing. And so this is more personal development type of energy. It's just you becoming a better person, right? There's still some things that you're holding on to from your past. 6 of Cups, 10 of Wands, that are heavy. But the only way to release this is shadow work, guys. And what is shadow work? Well, shadow work is about integration. It's not about like killing your shadow. It's more about understanding those negative aspects of you, or when you're pushed to a certain limit, you may have this reaction, right? And then also understanding those positive aspects of self, and which energy do you want to feed more, right? Because if you want to be the villain, feed that energy. But if you want to be good, if you want to be the hero, feed that energy. It's all about what you desire in your life, right? If you want a certain outcome, you have to get clear on what that outcome is and be more intentional with your energy. What you're healing from, the Tower energy. I want to clarify before I really speak on anything. This, a lot of times the Tower energy is something that happened out of nowhere. It's like the crumbling of something, and I feel like this is something that you've already experienced, but it's something that you're still holding on to. So let's clarify this Tower energy for Gemini, please and thank you. I do feel like this is a relationship. This is a person who you felt like this was your person. This was the person you were going to spend the rest of your life with. And it was more of karmic connection. There was a karmic lesson that you are meant to learn with this person. Okay? This caused a lot of confusion, a lot of uncertainty, and it took you off your path. And I do feel like this ending happened some time ago, but you're still healing from this. And it's hard, guys, especially when we're unintentional with our energy. I know they say that it takes you half the amount of time that you're in a relationship to heal from that relationship. But here's what I also know from personal experience. If you're not actively trying to heal, your healing doesn't start until you're intentional with your energy. So if you're just going through life playing a victim mentality or pointing the finger at other people, not being accountable for the part that you played in the situation, that's really where being accountable and accepting of that shadow energy is really where the healing begins. It takes two people, right? This person probably betrayed your trust. They probably did certain things toward you that disrespected the union, right? But Gemini, let's be honest, you most likely allowed this to happen more than once. Otherwise, it wouldn't have got to this point, this blow up. And just being accountable for that, like, okay, this person, how they treated me wasn't right. but I should have put my foot down a long time ago. And that's where I messed up. Shifting that perspective, shifting that narrative on this ending will help you to initiate that healing process a little quicker. And it'll help you to integrate that dark with that light a little bit quicker. You can go spend $30 on a shadow journal like people do. If that's your thing, don't let me stop you, because that's what's helpful to you. Okay? Everybody processes pain, hurt, trauma differently. There are also videos on YouTube. I talk about shadow work and finding those little slices of heaven here on the channel. There are places on this vastness of the internet where you can find the information if you need, without breaking the bank. You just have to do a little bit of research. Okay? So I recommend highly, Gemini, if you really want to work on this and process this ending, look into shadow work. Look into shadow journaling. Okay? And it's not something that you're going to do like over one weekend or one. Shadow work isn't something that happens over one weekend or 1 month even. This is something that happens over a year, 2 years, 3 years of time, depending on how much healing that needs to be done. Slow and steady wins the race. So the Fool, it's like new experiences, new adventures, but for some reason I feel like it's more than that, Gemini. I feel like this is like new life. This is like you living in a different type of lifestyle, on a different trajectory, maybe even experiencing seemingly a different timeline. I feel like you are emotionally withdrawn, and this ending has a lot to do with why it's hard for you to open up. Okay? Once you're able to process this, the ending that you experienced with this particular person, everything is going to open up from there. So what will help you to shift your energy? Lean into that intuitive sense. Lean into your healing. Make self-care a priority right now, and schedule that. Like you schedule work, like you schedule gym time, okay? You have to also schedule your rest. At this time, yes. Once you get into the routine, the habit of that self-care process, then it's not going to be so important to schedule it, because it's automatically going to happen. But right now, while you're trying to shift that energy, this is something that needs to be a priority. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune for Gemini. I also feel here, Gemini, that there is about to be a new person that comes into your life, or maybe it's more than one new person that comes into your life. And you're still having a hard time opening up with this person. Try not to put so much pressure on this person or this relationship. Instead of looking at this, is this my person or is this my soulmate? What can you learn through this experience? What skill can you practice in the courting process, right? In meeting another person. Maybe this is, what questions can I ask that will get me the information that I need? Maybe this is just feeling and vibing a person out and leaning into that intuition. Do whatever feels right for you. I will say that the more you let your guard down and put yourself out there, the more likely it will be that this person is going to come into your life. Now, will this person be the end all be all? Could be, but I don't think so. I think really, Gemini, this is about building friendships, building community, and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. Okay, changing your perspective on this process. Looking at healing like it's a lifelong journey, instead of like, I have to be disconnected from this person for 3 years because we were in a relationship for 6 years, and that's what psychology says. That's statistics. Instead of that, lean into your intuition. Lean into what you want your life to look like. Okay? Start working towards that. And as you're going along that path, as you're going along that journey, you will be introduced to shadow work through being intentional with it or not. There will be times where you will be triggered, where you will have to experience the shadow side of self. Now, if you're able to do shadow work, it's not going to affect your life as much. If you don't do shadow work, it's all about how you view it, right? Healing is a lifelong journey. It's not something that's just going to be a one and done, or there's going to be experiences that you have, challenges that you're going to have to overcome, and experiences that you have that trigger you into past energies, attitudes, experiences. Instead of focusing on all the people that are watching, all the people that are viewing, instead of focusing your energy and attention on the people watching you and trying to sabotage you or trying to all of that negativity, focus on the connections that fill you up, that bring you joy. The energetic frequency that we carry within is what we are going to attract outside of us. Practice that, right? Play with it. Change your energy, change your vibration. See how many red lights you hit when you're mad. See how many green lights you hit when you're in a good mood and your song is on the radio, right? The lesson has been learned. The cycle has been complete. It's time to move forward from this betrayal, Gemini. Not everybody is like this person from your past that you experienced, but there are fools everywhere. There are people that are unintentional with their energy everywhere. Okay? What I will say is, when you know what you want your life to look like, it's easier to see who is in alignment with that long term and who isn't. You'll get to that point through this healing process. Right now, I feel like the most important thing, Gemini, is going to be that self-care and shadow work. Let's pull out soul journey message. Sum up your reading. I guarantee you, Gemini, you're going to start feeling lighter after August 8th, if not sooner. Okay? I know it seems like a ways away. It's a couple weeks away. But lean into and trust that process. In the meantime, take some time to get clear on what you want your life to look like long term, like nitty gritty details. The more detailed, the better. Okay? And then work backwards on how you think you can get that experience. Your soul journey message coming out for your reading, Gemini, is envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So the message that comes with this card, you must learn to accept that obstacles in your life have been chosen by you. To be jealous of a soul path of another is to doubt your ability to judge what is best for you. It is human nature to covet the perceived luxuries of someone on a different journey, but to try and emulate him or her is not being true to your own guidance. You've chosen this life and these circumstances for a reason. By disregarding that and following in the footsteps of another, you are only setting yourself up for confusion and disappointment. You never truly know what is going on in another person's life and what personal challenges he or she may face. So to be envious is a fool's game. Be authentic to your inner voice because only you know what is your best interest. If you don't follow your own path, you will have to reincarnate in an attempt to learn your original lessons again. Gemini. I feel like that's a good solid message coming out for you guys for this energy. I don't know if this envy card is talking about you or if it's talking about your cross watcher. Cross watcher may be here. But still, it's important to understand that we all have our own journey. We all have our own personal path, life experiences that we are here to experience. If you want to get a little bit more clear on what exactly your purpose in life or um, what your soul path is or what you're here to do on the planet, what your manifestation style is. So, you want to look into astrology, numerology, and what's the other one? Your personal. I'm gonna look it up for you because I want you to have this information. It's your personal. Pause 1 second, Gemini. I'm finding that information for you, and it's in my email. I can't think of what it's called right off the top of my head. For some reason, I'm drawing a blank. I was just talking with my friend about this the other day, so. Human design chart. There you go. So, your astrology chart topped with your human design chart. Those are like the two key combo factors that are going to help you to understand what your life purpose and path and your manifestation is going to be coming in as. So, Gemini, I feel like that's a good solid message coming out. Thank you guys again for all the love and the support. I do hope the message was helpful for you, and I look forward to reading your cards again soon. Namaste.